got order 3, week 2, and today is Tuesday. Says, complete the table to make this proportional relationship. I'm sure you did not do it on your paper. I want you to add this. I want you to add that the constant, which is K, equals Y over X. We need to continuously be writing that, and then you can make a linear equation saying Y equals constant times my X. So then for the table, I don't do anything with 0, 0, but I go 3 over 2. What does 3 over 2 equal? You can leave it as a fraction if you want, or can I change it to a decimal? How many of you left it as a fraction? How many of you made it into a decimal? Okay, it doesn't matter, so we're gonna leave it at 3 over 2. Then we have 12 over 8, which then you reduce by 4, which then equals 3 over 2. And then I have something over,
Can't see it.
thank you, something, which is my X, over 14 equals something over 2. So what did I divide by 14 to get to 2? 7. So if I divide it by 7, what am I going to do here? I'm going to multiply by 7, right? So what am I going to multiply by 7? How am I going to figure that out?
3 times 7.
How do you know it's 3? Because this has to equal the 3 times 2. So 3 times 7 is 21. So X needs to equal 21. You have to show the work. Number 2. The Ace Motor Company can assemble 14 cars in 35 minutes. So it's 14 cars in 35 minutes, because it's cars per minute. How many cars can they assemble in 5 hours? So I want to know how many in 5 hours. So what do I need to change so far at the end? Yeah?
Need to change minutes to hours.
Minutes to hours. So we would put 60 minutes on the top, 1 hour on the bottom. Because then my minutes cancel each other out. And then I just multiply through. 14 times 60 times 5 is 4,200. 35 times 1 times 1 is 35. Bless you. So then I do 4,200 divided by 35, and it would be 120 cars. Because it's 120 cars in 5 hours. Did anybody do it a little bit different? Tessa? Okay, hold on. 0.4. That's cars per minute. Okay? So basically what you did is you found the unit rate first, and then you still did the same thing. It'd be times 60 times 5. Did anybody do something different? Yes, Abby.
So I actually put 5 hours into minutes, and I had 300, and then I just did the cross multiplication, and then I got, like I did 300, well I put the minutes by each other on the bottom, because I changed.
So did you start with 14 over 35?
Yes.
Okay, then what did you put?
And then I changed the 5 hours into minutes,
So you did 5 times 60, which is 300.
yeah.
Okay? Okay.
And then so I put the minutes on the bottom, so then I put 300 on the bottom. And then I cross multiplied.
And you did an X here.
Yeah.
Yep, that would work. Alright, moving on to number 3. What did I have to write down? Guys, what do I have to write down every time? Slope. How many times are we gonna write it? We're gonna write it every day this week. Slope equals what? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then I also need you to show me that this is always written x comma y. You can pick, I don't know who's clicking the pen, but I would appreciate it if you'd stop. I can pick this is 0.1 and this is 0.2. It doesn't matter which ones you pick. I'm gonna do this one because it's kind of easy. So I'm gonna pick, this is my 0.1, so 0.1 is 5 comma 7, 0.2 is 10 comma 14. So then y2 is 14 minus y1 is 7. x2 is 10 minus x1 is 5. So I have 7 over 5. So that means 7 over 5 means what? 7 means up. 7, 5 means right 5. You need to have that as your final answer. Number 4. In the problem to the left, what is the ratio of the model car? What if the ratio of the model car was 2 to 35? Then what would be the actual length of the car? So I'm going to start with my ratio as 2 to 35. 2 is my model. 35 is my actual. And we go back to the problem, the model is 6.25. So I do 6.25 over x. Set it up the same way as yesterday. Cross, multiply. So it would be 35 times 6.25 equals 2 times x. 6.25 times 35 is 218.75 equals 2x. Divide by 2, divide by 2. When I divide by 2, it's 109.375 equals my x. That is inches, right? What? So then I need to change my inches to feet and inches, where you guys got me yesterday. So I take 109.375 and divide it by 12. If I do that in my calculator, is, sheet, I did something wrong there. 12 times 9 is 108, okay, with 1 left over. When they're asking about what it is, you would say it's 9 feet, because we have this decimal here. You're not gonna really keep bringing down the decimal, or you're not gonna bring up the decimal and keep bringing everything down when you're changing it to feet. So it's, or to feet in inches. So it's 9 feet, 1.375 inches. If you at least had 9 feet, 1 inch, I'd count it. Number 5. You should underline in the story problem that it's a proportional equation. So I have 3/8 equals 9 over b plus 10. How do I solve it? What is this? Cross multiplication. So 8 times 9 is 72, right? I'm making a mistake here, I don't want to make a mistake. Equals 3 times the quantity, b plus 10. So 72 equals then the distributive property. 3b plus 30. Put a box around my 3b, because I don't want to move it. Put my line there, don't forget my line. Subtract, oh, thank you. Subtract 30. from both sides. 42 equals 3b. Now I am going to box up my b and divide by 3, divide by 3. 42 divided by 3 is 14. Six says, in the right triangle, triangle ABC, the measurement of angle A equals 29. So right here is 29. Find the measurement of angle B. Do I know the angle for angle C? Which is what?
90.
What does a triangle have to add up to?
180.
So I have 90 plus 29. 119, so I take 180 minus 119 equals 61 degrees. So angle B equals 61 degrees. Could I have written it with an equation with a letter? I can, but you don't have to. Which of the following is a possible cross-section of the rectangular prism? If I cut it down this way and I open it up, it looks like this might be,
We can't see it.
oh, thank you. Looks like if I cut it down this way, vertical, this looks like a what?
Square.
Almost a square or a rectangle. And then I could cut it this way, and you'd be basically looking at this, which is a, so what's the only option that it could be? C, a rectangle.